out that I was about 14 when I gave birth to my daughter.
I was educated on birth control methods before getting pregnant.
I asked my partner to consider having an abortion.
17 and 18 is when we went on our first date.
My reaction to getting pregnant, I didn't really have one. I was just like, I'm pregnant, like, just what was your reaction?
Scared.
Hey guys, it's Nim. What's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to the deep dive series. And Happy New Year! If you are new here and you do not know what the deep dive series is, this is basically where I sit down and do my makeup. I dive deep into a certain topic or certain topics. And so for today's deep dive, we are going to be diving deep into the teen pregnancy romanticization. Let's get started. Teen pregnancy has become so normalized with the increasing rise of family channels and couples channels and just social media in general. And now I've just noticed a concerning rise in how common it's becoming for people to be having children at such young ages. I'm giving Santa Claus. By now, we all know the causes of teen pregnancy and how mommy and daddy become mommy and daddy. And now, for some very strange reason, it's become so common and normal for young adults to talk about sex with their even younger audiences. Thing is possible. Now we're singing the Ace Family theme song. Family channels have become played with the over-glorified lifestyle of starting the rest of your life at a very young age. And the biggest problem within these channels' walls that is not really addressed that much is the fact that this lifestyle of, becoming a parent very young is being promoted to their very young demographic. Like, at this point, we've become so used to seeing like the mom and the dad, like the owners of the family channel, making really sexual content for their young audience, and then the next video will be like, I'm my tiny teen with baby Jimmy. And it's just so utterly concerning because of this ups and downs that we're seeing. And then we're kind of left to wonder, who really is this content for? Because it's so mixed and so confusing. Like, let's be so real. When you look at the average age for most of these family channels, you see that their age demographic is generally really, really young. Like, when I was in grade 4, I was 10 years old, and my friends were talking to me about like the children and the baby and the prank that the mom did on the dad. And it was like, guys, this is so utterly weird. Like, I found it weird then, and now I still find it weird. I think the main problem that I have with these channels is the fact that they push the lifestyle and the narrative that your life will be just as glamorous if you have your children at such a young age to their already really young audience. The way I look at it, celebrities are genuinely the main cause of this happy-go-lucky lifestyle. Now, I first noticed this when one day I went to go and look up the rapper NLE Chopper on the internet, and I found that this man is 21 years old with 2 whole children. And his daughter is 3 years old, which means that he was roughly 19 years old when his daughter was born. And I personally just find that very outlandish. And I know it's kind of like, it's not that jarring of an age because he's still an adult, but your frontal lobe only fully develops at 25 years old. So how can you consciously make the decision to have a child when you're still technically, because he is a celebrity, he didn't go to college, when you're still technically in your college years. I personally just don't think it makes sense because you're not consciously making this decision to have a child. And when we see these celebrities having children at such young ages, we see that the life is actually not that bad. But once again, they have the money and the resources to take care of the child. But also, as I say that they have the money and the resources, do they have the emotional maturity that is necessary to take care of a child? That's another discussion. Can they provide the correct guidance and responsibility, time and effort that it takes in order to take care of a child? We don't know. Now, before I do continue, I do want to talk about some serious issues at hand that I've noticed personally. When I was doing research for this video just to see, who has children at a young age, I noticed a very similar and weird pattern with young male rappers and basketball players, specifically male rappers and basketball players, not the female side. I noticed that, say, a rapper aged 21 to 23 will be in a relationship with a woman almost in their 30s, or actually in their 30s, about to hit their mid-30s, almost pushing 40. And we all know by now that it takes men longer to mature than women. So I was just asking myself the question, why would a woman actively choose to be in a long-term relationship with a man that's younger than her? And I know that's not that big of a deal, but maturity does play a huge role for me if I were to be looking for a significant other. And then I also realized that these people will then have children with the rappers or basketball players or whoever's really big in the limelight that's obviously younger than them. And it seems like quite a shocking and underlining manipulation tactic where, you see, oh my gosh, an older woman wants to be in a relationship with me, and then you end up getting trapped in a relationship with this person for eternity because you guys have a whole child together. And I'm not saying this does not happen to young women who are in the limelight, but I noticed it, and that's honestly what made me decide to go deeper into this video topic, because at first I was just gonna leave it, but I just wanted to say that it's a very odd and kind of frustrating pattern that no one really brings up, because a lot of people don't come to the defense of majority black men and the fact that they can also be mentally manipulated as well. So I think I just wanted to touch on that because it's just my personal views. I'm not saying everyone does it, but that's just what I've noticed. Okay. Probably the youngest contributors to the sexualization of children, and also the children's parents who force their children to conform to the lifestyle of becoming these types of YouTubers and to the scary ways of the internet, like Eliana Walmsley, Gavin Magnus, Coco Quinn, and the list continues. These are literal children, literal minors, who start making videos about going on dates with their crushes and doing pregnancy pranks and becoming parents for 24 hours with their 13-year-old boyfriends/girlfriends. It's probably one of the worst ways that I've seen teen pregnancy romanticized and clickbaited, as though teen pregnancy is not one of the hardest life processes for a fully grown adult. Now someone who's underdeveloped and has not fully gone through all the processes a woman's body needs to go through before they are fully ready for pregnancy. Even though a woman's body can do all those things, it is a little bit scary because the woman's body doesn't have to do that and does not have to carry children just because the body can, because there are so many complications that can come along with having a child. And as much as I want to be like a live your life as long as it's not hurting anyone, at the end of the day, teen pregnancy in some cases will end up hurting the child that results from the pregnancy. There are many complications that can come with having a child that young, as well as not just for the child, but life moving forward cannot be easy if you have your child so young. These people on the internet act as though having a child is just some sort of toy. As cute as it is when these influencers and celebrities are pregnant with the child and you get to see them having, a gender reveal party, the baby moon, the pregnancy reveal, and the baby shower, and all the celebrations that come along with having pregnancy, suddenly when the child comes, it starts to hit all these parents now that, guess it's time to raise this thing that I've created. When you really want a child and you so badly want to document the journey of pregnancy and all the ups and downs that come with it so that you can show your child in the future, you really have to ask yourself, in 9 months, am I going to still want this baby? Because I have seen it now way too often where when someone on YouTube is 7 or 8 months along, they come around on YouTube with some title like, I'm not ready for my baby, or we're not ready to have the baby, or something, or some clickbait title along the lines of not being ready for the child's arrival. If at 7 months along you are so unsure, I feel like you really need to reconsider, should I have gotten pregnant in the first place? Because now it's too late to back out. Now you can start maybe considering adoption, whatever. And I know a lot of the time it's just nerves from the maybe being a parent for the first time and stuff like that. But me personally, I'm a planner, okay? And I do not like the feeling of uncertainty. And your child who did not willingly come into this world does not deserve to be raised poorly or to be given less opportunity and less chances than whatever, because you made the decision to have the child. It's not fair to the child that did not ask to be put onto this planet, if you understand what I'm saying. When you decide to marry the same person you started dating at 16, you feel now this requirement to keep your relationship as interesting as possible, since you guys started the journey of the rest of your life so early that you want to keep up this whole together forever fairy tale by making a dramatic change in your relationship. And what's next after marriage? Children. After you get married to the same person you vowed to as a teenager, you have to keep your life and marriage as interesting as possible to kind of distract yourself from the boredom and therefore the inevitable divorce that you are going to have to face when your relationship gets boring and you're only 25 years old. That lie that high school sweethearts are bound to stay together through everything is a crazy way of looking at life. Unless you guys decide that you need to take a break maybe during college, or if you guys are not planning on college, sometime in between the phase of getting married, the phase of graduating and getting married, you guys are not going too lost. Because, okay, you want to spend the rest of your life with this person, you don't want to date around. I understand that, but I just don't believe in the concept that there's only one person out there for you. I don't think that that's true. I think that there's more than one person. and every one of the people that are meant for you has like a couple flaws, and which flaws are you okay to put aside? Basically, who are you going to suffer through is what I'm getting at. But I think that you cannot box yourself into the simplistic traditional family lifestyle at like 19 years old. I became actually so bothered by this topic, and that's when I decided to write this thing. When I saw a TikTok of a couple at 16 and then the both of them with 2 children at 19 years old. I just think we desperately, on the internet, on social media, we desperately need to stop glamorizing and promoting the lifestyle that teen pregnancy is the only way to go, or it's the best journey that you can take with someone because you grow up with your partner. Because personally, I don't want to grow up with my partner. I don't want to have to teach my partner how to be mature. They should do that on their own and then step into a relationship. I think it's crazy that the idea that you will be in a very happy relationship if you guys watch each other grow up is being promoted, because I don't think that's true. I think watching somebody grow up, eventually you're gonna be bored. Like, I would get bored. I would fully get bored after someone has now grown up and now I'm sitting with no changes, no personality changes, and they're like in this final form and there's still something that bothers me. But you've been told, oh, it's okay because if you married young, you guys will grow up together. What if finally you guys are like 35 and there's still this one major issue that you kept pushing out of your mind as, it's okay, they'll grow out of it. They're not a child. You guys are physically now getting married, starting a life together. You can't use the excuse of they're growing up, it's okay. We're growing up, it's okay. You cannot use that excuse when you're planning on starting the rest of your life and having children. The both of you guys cannot actively be growing up still at the same time your children are growing up. I understand people want to be there for majority of their children's lives, so they want to have their children young, but I think starting your life at like 17 is a very harsh decision that you're going to make on yourself, not the other people, but yourself, your body, your freedom, your everything. Like, maybe it's just me, but okay. Because I can already see some of the comments, I'm not saying don't have children. I'm just saying carefully evaluate your life before you do have children. Before you start considering a massive step in your life. Because having children, that child is there forever. It's not like a marriage where you can get divorced and you don't have to deal with someone. If you have children with someone, a child with someone, now you are attached to that person forever because you guys have a child together. Honestly, if it was not for social media, teen pregnancy would not be as normal, because before social media and like sharing your pregnancy journey and all that stuff and how you got pregnant and what it's like growing up alongside your partner for the rest of your guys' lives, whatever. Teen pregnancy was normally caused by an accident. Like, a lot of the time it would be because people were not informed about protection and things that they can use to prevent birth, like birth control, all that stuff. Or it would literally be caused because someone was or. So I think the idea of glamorizing teen pregnancy is not fair, because in South Africa, it is so uncommon to find anyone who is a teen parent that did it by their choice. It was because somebody else could not control themselves and therefore they are now stuck with a child. Put out of school people are because of teen pregnancy. Like, there are so many underlining problems with having a child that some people just don't talk about, and instead they talk about how you know, it's lovely growing up, and it's lovely seeing their child young and knowing that they're going to watch their child through so many milestones. And I'm not saying that that's not lovely, but you don't have to have a child at 16 to see all your child's milestones. I'm just saying that we're so used to this lifestyle of seeing people having kids at 19 and grandkids at 35. You want to be called grandma when you're 35 years old. Me personally, that's my MILF era. When I'm 35, I do not want to be in my grandma era. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you happen to be a teen mom and you came upon this video, I'm sorry. But anyways, thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the post notifications so that you get notified every time I post a new video, and I will see you guys all next week. And also, Happy New Year, besties! Mwah! Also, here's the look, guys. I think my makeup turned out like a slate. And it's literally nighttime. So, guess I can't go out with this makeup because what's the point? But yeah, I'm officially 16, by the way. This is coming to you from a 16-year-old. Because my birthday's on the 9th, if you don't know. Now you know. Okay. I'm ending the video. Bye!